As a guest on the podcast, Baby, this is Kiki Palmer, Tyler Perry would sit down with the show's host in order to discuss his humble beginnings, early career, and where his work ethic has taken him today. During the conversation, Palmer would ask Perry his reaction when it comes to the criticism his art receives.
No. You got to drown all of that out, because if you let somebody talk you out of a place that God has put you in, you are going to find yourself in hell. I know for a fact that what I'm doing is exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. For everyone who is a critic, I have thousands of used to be emails from people saying, this changed my life. Oh my God, you know me. Oh my God, you saw me. How did you know this about my life, my family? Who are you to be able to say which Black story is important or should be told? Get out here with that bullshit.
If you've been paying attention, Perry's latest film, Divorce in the Black, began streaming on Amazon Prime just a few weeks ago, and it has received a 0% on the famous movie review site Rotten Tomatoes. Palmer would ask Perry how he deals with some of the negative reviews. Perry would tell her, for every critic he has, there's thousands of fans and supporters that relate and live through his work. Today, we've got our comedy hype analysts, Lav Love and Sean Lockins, on the show to talk about Tyler Perry's latest reaction to his own negative reviews. How is it going, gentlemen?
Right, it's going good. It's going good.
Now, Tyler Perry is always a hot topic. Let me say, for me, I like going down the rabbit hole of Tyler Perry and his mind, but I want to hear from you first. Have you watched the movie Divorce in Black, and what are your thoughts on it?
Lad, have you not watched it first?
I watched it.
You watched it?
I watched it. Did you watch it?
No.
I watched it. I watched it because I knew everybody's going to be talking about it. I watched it. And I'm not a Tyler Perry fan. I said that we talked about Tyler, before the movie came out, we talked about it. And I said I'm not a Tyler Perry fan, but I said that his movies aren't for me. I get that I'm not his fan base. So I didn't expect it to be a movie for Lav when I watched it. And the more of it, I watched it, yeah. Ooh. Yeah.
How many Rotten Tomatoes? How many Rotten Tomatoes would you give?
None. It don't deserve no tomatoes. It just give it the dirt that the tomatoes are grown in. But again, it ain't for me. It's like he said. It just, yeah, because I thought it was terrible. I thought it was terrible.
Okay, so is it terrible from a production standpoint or just creativity standpoint?
All of that.
Production, really?
Oh, wow. So it looks good. So he probably using the best cameras money can buy. But that's about where it ends. The writing is terrible. It's like his movies treat us like we dumb. It's like, you know how movies paint the picture you don't have, but it's like he feels like you got to say certain things. Like, my man don't beat me no more because he love me and he treat me like a queen. Well, you ain't got to tell us that. Just show us that in the context of the movie. If he picking you up I'm good.
I hear what you're saying, and I want to throw this in there. I'm going to be the devil's advocate just a little bit, because people tend to speak about his production a lot. And it's always a 50-50, because people also feel like he's empowering a group of young, upcoming persons in the industry. So I want to ask you guys this question. Do you think that he needs to, because one thing that I don't think that he has much of is other persons writing for him. And do you think that he needs to engage senior persons in Hollywood when it comes to his movies?
I think it.
And why doesn't he? Why doesn't he? That's another question. Why do you think he doesn't involve senior people?
I'm not in that man's head. It's probably a lot of wigs and dresses up there, and I ain't got room to be in that head. But at this point, just buy stuff and put your name on it. That's what you could do, Tyler Perry, and it could be the best script ever, and you can still have your name on it. But I understand he's in a lane. It's like bowling. He got a certain way he bowl. He know where it's gonna hit. He don't care about the gutters. It's gonna hit right there, and he's in that lane till the wheels fall off.
I think he definitely. I think him being an inspiration to up and coming movie makers. I think that's a cop out. You're a billionaire. You own an entire studio, so making subpar movies is not an excuse for that. You have everything at your disposal.
Well, let me ask you
to make a better product.
Everybody, me, you, and everybody I know think his movies are subpar. How did he become a millionaire?
A billionaire.
Billionaire. If everybody we know thinks somebody watching it,
Oh, without
somebody
a
love
doubt.
it.
No, because I know people that love his movies.
Really?
So it ain't even about us. I know several
So
people.
do we just he lead him?
Yeah, without a doubt. Coke ain't making, Burger King don't make burgers for vegans. They make burgers for people who eat burgers.
Mm-hmm.
So you slutty vegan don't make burgers for people who eat burgers. They make burgers for vegans. So I think if you just, everything's specialized now. I think everybody, it's about finding your tribe and feeding your tribe now. It's
And
like
that's
that
what,
in
but
entertainment.
that's
and
the
I think
thing.
what
That's
he
what he's doing. But the rest of us that's not in his tribe, we pissed and we don't like it.
Well, I ain't pissed at him. I just know the movie ain't for me. I ain't mad at him for making whatever he make. Think about it like this: we comedians. It's people out there who think we hilarious, but it's people out there who think we ain't funny.
Right.
They think we suck. Do we change our show for the people who think we suck, or do we keep slinging these jokes for the people who love us? You think you funny, so why would you change up? So I think it's the same thing with him. Why would you change up? He a billionaire. He doing something right for somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, and before we get deeper into it, because I really want to dive deep, let's look at Tyler Perry's response one more time from Kiki Palmer's podcast.
No, 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 no. You got to drown all of that out, because if you let somebody talk you out of a place that God has put you in, you are going to find yourself in hell. I know for a fact that what I'm doing is exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. For everyone who is a critic, I have thousands of used to be emails from people saying, this changed my life. Oh my God, you know me. Oh my God, you saw me. How did you know this about my life, my family? That is what is important. We're talking a large portion of my fans who are disenfranchised, who cannot get in the Volvo and go to therapy on the weekend. So you've got this highbrow Negro who is all up in the air with his nose up. And then you got people like where I come from and me who are grinders, who really know what it's like, whose mothers and were caregivers for housekeepers and all of these beauticians that don't discount these people and say that their story don't matter. Who are you to be able to say which Black story is important or should be told? Get out of here with that bullshit.
So we heard his response, and I've always said this. I think that when it comes to an artist, they create art that either reflects a time in their life or timelines in their life. And I don't think that Tyler Perry is an exception. I do think, however, though, he is in the trauma lane, and like Lav has said, that's what made him billions of dollars. And like he said, he has his audience for that. And I want to ask you guys, do you think that he can ever get out that box? And let me give you the base of the question. When he was younger, he witnessed a lot going on with the Black women in his family, and he would speak about how he would go under the porch, I believe it was, to have go in his creative space and to write. So I think he is still envisioning himself as that young boy. That's how I see it. So do you think that he will ever come out that box or that timeline in his life? And what do you think will happen if he continues on this path that he's on right now?
Let me ask you a question. I'm gonna let you answer first. Did you say he would go inside the closet and write? Is that what you said?
The porch, underneath the porch.
New one called Under the Porch.
Oh, that's the same thing. Go ahead, Sean. Okay. Well, he need to come from up under the porch and live his truth. Go ahead, Sean. I'm sorry. Don't be up under the porch.
Hey, listen, whatever floats his boat. I wrote on a show called The Neighborhood on CBS, and one thing I remember telling people is one of the problems with Hollywood is y'all only write for LA and New York. Y'all just discount Middle America, and one of the reasons that Tyler Perry is so successful is because he writes for Middle America. He writes for Black women in Arkansas. He writes for women in Texas. He writes for women in Illinois for Black women, and that's a lane that's hardly ever addressed in Hollywood. He has cornered that market, and they are starving for entertainment just like everybody else is.
I have no disagreement. I don't necessarily know if he could come out of that lane though, because that was part of your question too. And the reason why I don't know that, because again, he feeds his base. It's like if you're feeding wild animals red meat and they start to enjoy red meat, and that's what they're getting full off of. That's what they expect, red meat.
But how much red meat you gonna eat, bro?
Clearly the billion. Clearly clearly they still hungry. They still hungry. This was rated in one of the top 10 movies.
This is the thing, though. Even if he was to come out that lane, at this point, am I still gonna watch? If he tries something new and something totally different, I don't even think I'd tune in.
And that's what I'm saying. Why would you though?
Right.
If it ain't broke, don't try to fix it. If again, I use a fast food restaurant. If you McDonald's, why are you out here trying to sell hot dogs? You do burgers.
Yeah, and another thing, because I've never been on a Tyler Perry production, but I know several people that have. Like, okay, when I was on Neighborhood, it take us a week to shoot one episode, an entire week, rewrites, rehearsal, 2 days of shooting. Tyler Perry literally shoots a season in 2 weeks. I'm talking about 22 episodes in 2 weeks. Yeah. You're mass producing television. How much quality can you possibly get out of a mass production?
Yeah, I've never been on Tyler Perry production, but I've worked with some people who are products of the Tyler Perry tree. Mm-hmm. And they shot the way he shoots. And once you shoot that way, and I've been in a big budget film before, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I'm lucky. I've seen the low budget, I've seen the Tyler Perry style, and I've seen how Paramount, because the movie's produced by Paramount, and I've seen how and once you do the big budget, then you've seen how the little budget do it, or the Tyler Perry's do it. It's easy to see why you get the product you get. Mm-hmm. Because, like you say, how the fact that it take y'all a week to shoot to shoot one episode, and the big budget, dude, it took us like 2 hours to shoot like 2 scenes. Mm-hmm. And it was like they got it from different angles. They got different verbiage. They like me being a comedian. I did it twice. I did it the way the script said do it. I did it the way the script said do it in a different way. And then the third way, they wanted me to just have fun and do it however I thought it should be done.
Yeah, Tyler don't do that.
So they don't do none of that.
Let me just put this in here. Earlier this year, he flew to the Bahamas to shoot a scene for his upcoming movie. And from what I heard from persons on the set,
he was there for 2 hours.
God. He was like, he literally sits down, you do the scene, he watched it back, and once he's pleased, he moves on to the other scene. So he works like this, and he was done here in all about a week's time. Now, I don't know if he came from Atlanta or I don't know, but if he came from Atlanta, that's a 2-hour flight from Nassau to Atlanta, and of course, getting settled in. So he probably didn't have the full 7 days. He probably got sick. And it was just interesting to hear that coming from a group of Bahamians as well. Like, this is how he operates in that. And I want to ask this question. Do you think the criticism comes from the quality or the genre that he's placed himself into in terms of trauma, Black trauma?
Both.
Well, let me say this. First of all, I know Bohemians was surprised by this because we know Bohemians don't be.
Whoa! Wait! Hold on, lab.
Y'all don't be in a hurry to do nothing.
Bahamian.
Yeah, whatever. Y'all don't be in a hurry to do nothing. Y'all move at an island's pace, doing everything
at all times,
don't they? So I know y'all was shocked that somebody moving fast. You know what I'm doing? You're moving too fast.
Hey, don't say no Jamaican accent around Bohemians.
Boy, they get a whole.
You gonna get cussed out.
A whole nother ball game. But I don't necessarily know. Can you be mad at him for picking a genre? Are we mad at directors who only do horror flicks? Are we mad at directors who only do action films? So if his genre is his genre, so I don't think you could be mad at that.
Sean, what about you? Do you think it's the quality or the genre? Well, you said both. Elaborate on that.
I think it's both. For as far as criticism goes, because you can, how many times you gonna tell that story? You can tell it with different lead actors and actresses, but you basically kind of telling the same story over and over and over and over again.
Yeah, and I have to put this in there because if I don't, I have a whole country on my back that's gonna come for me. Lav, it's Bahamian, and we don't do everything at a slow pace. We have a great arts and culture and film industry here. So please put some respect on our name.
The respect is there. Hold on, let me put it on at a Bahamian pace.
This is the face. You see the face?
I'm staying out of that one. I gotta go to the Bahamas this weekend. We
welcome you, Sean Live. You can stay in Atlanta.
Ah.
Before we head out, gentlemen, I have to ask you, what do you have going on and how can people follow you?
Well, you can follow me at Sean SEAN_Larkins. That's my Instagram. That's also my TikTok. Of course, we have a special that is out right now on Tubi called Three the Hard Way, hosted by Murky Smiley with myself and Marvin Hunter. And I will be doing the Carnival Cruise, working Carnival Cruise this weekend, and maybe I'll see you down in the Bahamas. Who knows?
What about you, Lav? Are you afraid to speak?
No,
Uh-oh,
I ain't
uh-oh.
never scared to speak. It don't matter. Yeah, I was gonna say something inappropriate. Let's move on. So you find me Comedian Lab Love. Lab Love is LAVLUV. Comedian Lab Love. I'm here in town in Atlanta all weekend doing shows, and then I have to go back. I was trapped in Dallas with all this mess that was going on, so I'm glad I can get back. But I have to go back to Dallas because I'm filming an independent film in 2 weeks. And don't forget, I got my Smart Ass University gear. I got hoodies, t-shirts, cups, glasses, condoms, whatever you need. Smart Ass University. I got all the product for you.
All right, Comedy Hype Fam. You heard from us, and now we want to hear from you. What are your thoughts on Tyler Perry responding to criticism over his movies? Reporting for Comedy Hype News, I'm Danielle Miller.
Did y'all enjoy that? We've got so much more for you at hypersclub.com. Our exclusive interviews and backstage content gives you the chance to feel a part of the club. So what are you waiting for? Come on and join.